Hello, I'm Shaojun. I create a service profile of the Apple. First, let's see. The vision of Apple is let everyone have a computer. Mission of Apple is promote fair data usage practice and build user trust and confidence in the internet. The value of Apple is provide the machines with powerful computer power. The service culture of Apple is all Apple employees take task to enrich life with knowledge, and one of them core value is to probable to understand customer needs. As such, all employees are trained to ask the right question and make customer feel at easy. Let me give you an example. In 2007 and 2008, Apple won the shortest problem-solving call record. In common problem constellation, Apple's custom service solved use problems in less than 5 minutes. A minute, while some manufacturer took as long as 5 minutes. So next, I will give some detail about Apple by answer you some question. The first one is how does the company define empowerment? So the Apple courage to empower employees. Apple Store employees are empowered to do what is right for the customer. If a specialist spend 1 hour with a customer and doesn't make a sale, that employee will not be blamed by his or her superior. This doesn't happen in most other retail environment or call center where employees are pressured to spend less time with customers. It takes courage to trust your employees, and it's pay off in customer satisfaction. According to this, I think it is evident. The second question is, how do they decide whom to hire? I think that Apple, what they need are people who are inherently critical and who want to change the world, who work with passion and idealism, who is unwilling to get the answer, who is not comfortable with the status quo. Apple needs more people who can stand up to their own opinions and ideas. The third question is, what training does the company have? How well are the employees trained? The Internet Training Program was originally established by Steve Jobs and Vice President of Human Resource, Joel Pundley, also known as Apple University. It lasts for 1 year and the employee can enroll in some courses like a university, including from Yale, Harvard, Stanford, and MIT, teach to guide. Interested employee can register directly on the company's internet website, and the course will be set according to the employee's position and work background. Some courses teach important business decisions in Apple history, such as how Jobs insist on making the iPod and iTunes compatible with Windows after being opposite. So let's see. Next question, is servant leadership evident in the company? Give example to your findings. I think support relationship, which is one of 5 being habits, is servant leadership evident in the Apple company. Servant leadership involves selfless work with follows to achieve shared goals that improve collective rather than individual welfare. Referring back to Steve Jobs' 7 principles that are believed to have led to his success, Steve Jobs examined the aspect of servant leadership. Steve Jobs placed service before self-interest. This is most evident in Principle 5, create instant different experience. It was his mission that his customer had an enriching experience and to create an emotional connect between customer and brand. This corresponds to the view of servant leadership in the textbook. That is, the desire to serve others from the heart must be the starting point and motivation to meet the needs of customer and give him selfless love. Your heart is home to your intention and motivation. It is core of who you are. Blanchard, 2016, page 39. Let's see the last question. Do they have a benchmark? What is the ranking compared to other similar companies? Apple does not focus on whether to sell product. The service benchmark really focuses on the need of customer. I mean to solve all problems enriched by customer, regardless of time and labor cost. Apple is the company with the best service among technology companies in the world. In market research, customer satisfaction is about 98 every year, ranking first in the world. Thank you.
Firstly, I want to talk about the founders and the history. The Apple company was founded as April 1st in April 1st, 1979, 76, and it was created by Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, who brought to the new company a vision of changing the way people view the computers. And I also want to share the key dates of the company. In the 1980s, the Apple became a publicly traded company, and in the 1985, the Jobs resigned after being stripped of the control of the Apple in an inter-power struggle. And in 2007, Apple kicked off the era of the touchscreen smartphone with a new iPhone. And in 2011, the March 2nd, Jobs made a surprise appearances to the review of the latest iPad. At the August 9th, the Apple briefly passes ExxonMobil Mobile as the world's largest company by market capitalization. And in August 24, Jobs announced his resignation as a CEO and is replaced by the Chief Operating Officer Tim Cook. But he stays on as the chairman of the Apple board. Nextly is the Apple industry and the location. The company created a game-changing innovations such as the iPod, iTunes, iPhone, and iPad. And the location as of the 2018, Apple was operating the 506 retail stores in the 25 different countries around the world, including the United States, where it has retail stores in the 44 out of the 50 states, plus the District of Columbia. And slightly over half of them are in the United States. And now, the last step, I want to talk about the competitors. The Apple competitors include IBM, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, and Samsung. In the smartphone sector, the competitors are Samsung, Huawei, Xiaomi, and Google. Only the personal computing sector, they are the Lenovo, HP, and Dell, and Microsoft. In the digital service sector, they are the Spotify, Netflix, and Google. Lastly, I want to talk about the advantages about the Apple company's advantages. Firstly, the Apple believes that security matters. When it comes to the safety of your virtual data, you can count on Apple's encryption and believe that to keep your data secure. Apple also proved their belief in security with a request to access the locate device by the FBI. The FBI obtained an iPhone from the criminal and demanded Apple unlock it, but Apple refused, saying it would be an invasion of the customer's privacy. And secondly is think about. So the first way Apple sets itself apart from the crowd is to think different and not let what others do impact the products or service. Apple creates and brings to market. Apple mission statement. Apple is to bring the best user experience to its customers through its innovative hardware, software, and services. The last one is a premium and a wide variety of products. The Apple has done an excellent job in delivering a wide range of the innovative products over the years, which has resulted in higher revenues and popularity. That's all what I want to share.
Apple likes to say it values a magnetic personality as much as more than proficiency. When a company hires a troubleshooting specialist, the candidate needs to have more technical knowledge than a salesperson. However, it is interesting to note that the internal Apple Store training manual for Apple Jing spends as much time on communication as it does the process and technical knowledge. After reviewing Gizmodo's article on the secret menu, I found 7 ways that Apple has reinvented the customer experience and as the result, become America's most profitable retailer. Follow the 5 steps of service. According to Gizmodo, selling is a science summed up with 5 cute letters: approach, probe, present, listen, and these 5 words correspond to 5 specific steps employees treat toward a customer. The customer should feel welcome, empowered, happy, and eager to return by the last steps. Also, I explained the 5 steps in much more detail in the article and video. The steps are: A means approach customers with a personalized, warm welcome. The first P is probe, politely to understand the customer's needs. That means ask closed and open-ended questions. The second P is present a solution for the customer to take home today. The L means listen for and resolve any issues or concerns. The E is end with a fond farewell and an invitation to return. These steps work for any customer-facing interaction. AT&T has adopted a version of these steps in its retail store, and its customer service scores are rising because of it. The Ritz-Carlton uses a modified version of steps. Restaurants owners use it. I even know a doctor incorporating the 5 steps to remain the hospital experience. In other words, these 5 steps work effectively whether you are selling computers, phones, hotel rooms, food, or medical care. Provide fearless feedback. Apple Store geniuses are trained to give and receive fearless feedback. Feedback is a word that came up repeatedly in my research. You cannot improve the customer experience without managers who give the solicit feedback and employees who fearlessly offer feedback. Apple Store managers considering a job application are told to ask themselves this question: could this candidate have gone toe-to-toe with Steve Jobs? In other words, the Apple Store wants employees who have an opinion and are not afraid to express it. So this is an example for the fearless feedback. Hi, follow genius. I overheard the conversation with the customer during the last interaction, and I have some feedback. If humans have a moment, is this an enjoyable time? Yes, this is an enjoyable time. You did an excellent job resolving the customer's phone issue. I was concerned with how quickly a person spoke to the customer. The human rushed through the interaction, and the customer had additional questions. So that's it.
Hi, this is Jinglin Wang, and I will explain why do customers come to Apple and what keeps those customers loyal to Apple. This is mainly divided into 8 points. First, Apple is focused on easing buying anxiety. Many customers feel anxious when purchasing products because the price of electronic products is often not a decomo. Many customers worry that they spend a lot of money by defective products. After Apple company understands of this, it provides warranty service for each of the company's products. This relieves customers' purchasing anxiety. Second, Apple is obsessed with great attention to detail, and the details make or break. For example, almost all Apple laptops have a slight indentation under the trackpad to allow users to easily open the laptop with one hand. Third, and which I think it is the most important, Apple is very focused on employee certification. Spear put it in 2010. Servant leadership seeks to involve others in decision-making based on ethical and caring behavior to promote employee growth while improving the care and quality of organizational life. And Apple's behavioral link to focus on employee certification app. This shows that Apple has done a good servant leadership focused on Prime as Celeb stated in 2014 that employees who perceive altruistic behavior from their managers also report being more innovative, coming up with new products, ideas, and better ways of working. Development, which is why Apple focused on employee certification. An important example of Apple's focus on employee certification is that Apple employees can get a raise without needing a promotion. One is to ensure that employees can work in their most suitable positions, and the other is to slow their own career development plans. And the fourth, Apple has a unique customer experience. You can find Apple products around you, and Apple's App Store always recommends just the software you want. This is because Apple develops personalized service for each customer. And next page. The fifth, a clear understanding of the power of simplicity. From products to often brick and mortar stores, Apple has always stood for simplicity. Simple design and easy use can make customers less troublesome when using the product, and everything becomes simple for them. And the sixth, Apple focuses on innovation. Innovation is why Apple is so far ahead of its peers. Apple has applied over 2,500 patents in the US before 2019. And Apple has been spending the largest part of its revenue on research and development for innovation. Seventh, Apple also focuses on customer certification. Apple innovations are often based on feedback from product users. And about the eighth and the last point, Apple is more concerned with customer value than money. It is precisely because of Apple's focus on customer value that it has made itself more successful. And that's everything about my part. Thank you for listening.